Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at several cases of police misconduct, including an incident where officers repeatedly beat a restrained teenager after a pursuit in New Jersey, resulting in severe facial injuries and an internal affairs investigation. Our first case involves officers kneeling and punching a partially deaf man in the face after he was incapable of understanding their verbal commands. On a regular day in Berkeley, California, local police officers had gone to the home of 59-year-old Heriberto Carrasquillo to investigate a domestic incident. However, due to Mr. Carrasquillo's partial deafness, the officers were unable to properly communicate with him since he was unable to understand their orders. The following footage showcases what transpired.
I just can't kick somebody out of the house, okay? I can't just kick somebody out of the house.
But you can kick me.
No, I didn't say that, did I?
They did that 3 times.
Alright. Do you own any firearms?
What?
Do you own a firearm, a gun?
No.
No?
They're all like,
A pistol?
Cap. I'm sure they're all cap. You know, cap.
Cap guns.
Where are they at?
What?
Where are they at right now? Your
Well,
cap
I'm not
guns.
gonna get it.
Just tell me where they are. I don't want you just grabbing them, okay? Where are they
Okay,
at?
let me show you. Come on.
Nope, I'm gonna touch them. I
won't touch it. I won't go in. It's in a
Okay,
room.
where are they? What room?
Outside. That's what I'm gonna show you.
Alright, let's go grab that.
I'm not going crazy. I'm not gonna start
All right.
shooting people.
Okay.
That's why I wish Jim Bear was here, because he knows me personally.
Okay.
Now that they're saying that our own house and everything.
Alright, listen, leave them alone right now. You're not gonna talk to them right now when you're with us.
I'm sorry?
You're not gonna talk to them or intimidate them while you're with us, okay? Thank you.
I'm not going to touch it.
Okay.
Open it. One is not
Just back out a second, okay? Good. Stop. Come here. Stand over there with the officer, okay? Stand, buddy.
Take that.
Come here, buddy.
Why are you treating me like that?
Hey.
Because you just touched a gun, that's why!
Step
Get
over
out
here.
now!
Stay
You
right
understand
there.
that? Do you hear me?
No, don't! Get off of me! Oh,
103.
get
Step outside.
off!
Dude, you're under arrest. 103. Step outside.
Hit me more. You can't put
Give
my
me your
hand.
hands now!
I can't put my hand in the bag. If I put my hand in the bag,
Sir,
I can't play you, bitch. Yeah.
stay.
Alright,
Stop.
listen. You're gonna grab me again.
Help! Help me! They're beating me up! Help! Leave me
I
alone!
got it.
Rather than try to communicate with the victim properly, the officer escalated the situation and began using an excessive amount of force to deal with Mr. Carrasquillo. Consequently, he was liable for violating his department's de-escalation policy, which states, "Every officer's goal throughout an encounter with a member of the public shall be to de-escalate wherever possible and resolve the encounter without resorting to the use of force. Wherever possible, officers shall employ de-escalation techniques to increase the likelihood of voluntary compliance with law enforcement requests or directives, and thereby decrease the likelihood that a use of force will become necessary during an incident." Furthermore, in any encounters that do call for applying force, officers must always use a minimal amount of force that is objectively reasonable and objectively necessary to safely achieve their legitimate law enforcement objective. Despite doing nothing wrong, the victim was charged with assault, aggravated assault, resisting arrest, and possession of an imitation firearm at the time of the encounter. Thankfully though, he was able to resolve his charges by way of pretrial intervention, a diversionary program that can provide a way for first-time offenders to have charges dismissed. Furthermore, after an investigation was conducted regarding the incident, the township agreed to pay $82,500 to Mr. Carrasquillo after he filed a lawsuit against the officers. Next up, we have a case where an officer repeatedly beat up a teenager after a pursuit, despite him already being detained. On May 31st, 2017, in Carteret, New Jersey, 18-year-old Monte Stewart took his father's car around midnight without permission and drove to his girlfriend's home for an over-the-counter medicine for a headache. While driving back home, however, Officer Joseph Ryman began pursuing him in his vehicle. It's important to note that Mr. Monte, who at the time was on probation on a strong-arm robbery charge, indicated that he was scared of being caught driving without a license while on probation and getting into trouble with his father, and said that he hit the accelerator instead of the brake, resulting in a chase. How the situation unfolded, however, was morbid to say the least.
Anybody in the area, I got a car taking off on me, going down towards Bergen. Left on Bergen, crashed out, crashed out! Go! Where you at?
Despite already having the victim restrained and on the ground, the officer kept repeatedly punching Mr. Stewart in the face. As a result, the officer violated his department's use of force policy, which states that officers shall use only that amount of force that is objectively reasonable under the totality of the circumstances known to the officer at the time the force is used. Force may appear necessary at the time the force is used, given the facts and circumstances perceived by the officer at the time of the event, to accomplish a legitimate law enforcement purpose. Moreover, the officer was also responsible for violating the victim's fourth constitutional right, since the Fourth Amendment prohibits police officers from using excessive force when arresting someone. It also prohibits police officers from unreasonable seizures, which can include an arrest or detention of someone's person or body. The punches lasted several minutes. The victim even tried to use his hands to protect his face as Officer Ryman struck him, but that ultimately failed to protect him. Later, other officers arrived on the scene and he was taken to police headquarters, where he was spitting blood from the cuts to his mouth from Officer Ryman's punches and was having trouble breathing. When his father, Russell Stewart, arrived at the department, he saw his son had a bloody, swollen face, lips, and eyes, and was thus taken to the hospital for treatment of his injuries. Unsurprisingly, after witnessing his son in such a state, he filed an internal affairs report alleging excessive force. Thankfully, an internal affairs investigation led to Officer Ryman being charged with aggravated assault, official misconduct, failure to activate his body camera, and failing to use reasonable discretion or restraint in the amount of force used to apprehend the teen. Furthermore, while also being suspended from the police with pay, he was accused of including false information in his police report. Despite all this, he pleaded not guilty to the charges. Later, the Stewart family also filed a civil lawsuit. Unfortunately, as of the date of this recording, no information has been made available regarding it. Moving on, we have a case where correction officers used unnecessary force and pepper sprayed defenseless inmates. Between the days of January 11th and 12th, 2024, in New Jersey's Edna Mahan Correctional Facility, correction officers began forced cell removals of the prison's inmates after they threw urine and feces at the officers. It's important to note that correction staff receive training on extractions that includes first seeking an inmate's cooperation and then placing them in handcuffs. If an inmate doesn't comply, officers then enter a cell in a line. The first person with a shield pushes an inmate to the back of the cell. Those that follow each grab a limb, and the last person with a camera. The objective is to remove the person from the cell in a way that is supposed to minimize the chances of injury to both the inmate and the officers. However, the following events of that day showed anything but.
Put your hand up. Come to the door, put your hands up. Five, last call. Come to the door, put your hands up. Four.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Holding me! Holding me! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
Stop resisting!
Despite having multiple opportunities to restrain the victim or grab their limbs, an officer kept repeatedly punching the victim despite her already being weakened by the chemical gas injected to the cell beforehand. As a result, they violated their city's policy on the use of force, which states, "In situations where officers are justified in using force, officers shall use only that degree of force that is reasonable, necessary, and proportional considering the totality of the circumstances, including the subject's mental and physical condition, the nature of the offense, and most importantly, the level of resistance or threat known to the officer at the time." While these unlawful actions would normally result in a violation of one's fourth constitutional rights, prisoners, unfortunately, do not enjoy full constitutional rights. They do, however, receive protection from the 8th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which states, "Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted." Considering the actions of the officers involved, it was clear that this constitutional right was being infringed upon.
Oh yeah, I like this. I like this. Oh my God. I like this shit. Hey, see my leg? That's punched me all in my face. They just punched me all in my face.
Stop it, see?
I'm not resisting. I'm all up. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, come on.
Hey guys,
I got the leg on, I don't have it.
hey guys.
Hey, yo, they just punched me all in my face. Don't punched me on my leg.
Move off the wall, listen to orders.
This, along with other inmates who were also abused in even worse ways, resulted in the 10 correctional officers who didn't follow department policy breaking the law, either by assaulting the women or by trying to cover up excessive force in their reports. Furthermore, 2 of the inmates who were abused suffered severe injuries, including a concussion and broken facial bones, with one officer hitting an inmate about 28 times in her head. As a result of this and the rampant sexual abuse of inmates, the state's prisons chief, Marcus Hicks, ultimately resigned, and the century-old prison facility itself was shut down. Next up, we have a case where officers used an excessive amount of force in restraining a naked man, which ultimately led to his death. On June 26, 2018, in Fairfax County, Virginia, local police officers responded to a call about a suspected overdose at a civilian's home. The person in question, 31-year-old Christopher Paul, was lying down on some chairs naked while under the effects of the drug. As a result, the officers entered his abode without permission. What they did next, however, was unprofessional to say the least.
Hey, Chris. Hey, buddy. You all right? Hey, bud. What's going on, man?
Good night, good night.
Hold it, Charlie. Hold it, Charlie. Yeah. We can just wait for officers, I mean. Hey, Chris, what's going on, bud? Chris!
Chris, what's happening, man? Talk to me, buddy. Yeah? What's going on, dude? Where are your clothes? What's going on? It's Tuesday. What are you doing? Talk to me, buddy. What'd you take? Yeah?
Go ahead.
All right, man, roll over.
Roll over! Roll over, bud!
Nope. I got his hand. Nope, I got cuffs. Nope, stay down, dude.
Stay down!
According to Virginia State Law Statute 18.2-251.03, no individual shall be subject to arrest or prosecution for the unlawful purchase, possession, or consumption of alcohol, unlawful purchase, possession, or consumption of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance, intoxication in public, or possession of controlled paraphernalia. Furthermore, it also states that if an individual is experiencing an overdose, then a law enforcement officer or an emergency 911 system in good faith renders emergency care or assistance, including CPR or the administration of naloxone or another opioid antagonist for overdose reversal to an individual experiencing an overdose while another individual seeks or obtains emergency medical attention in accordance with this subdivision. However, instead of calling for medical services, the officers aggressively restrained the victim through an excessive use of body force, despite the fact that he was causing no harm to anyone. No doubt, such an action not only violated the aforementioned state law, but also the victim's fourth constitutional right, which states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
Chris. There you go. Now we're set. There you go, big guy. Nope. There's some back. Head, man. There you go. Touch now, buddy. All right, we're gonna stand up. I can see it's cold.
Yeah.
See it's cold now. Is that Robert E. Lee? Robert E. Lee? Did you go to high school, buddy? I got it.
Yeah.
Can you breathe, Chris? That's gonna recover. There we go. Stay down, Chris.
I might in my car. Alright.
I got it.
Mosquito, sorry.
Yeah. You're okay. You're okay. Keep those legs down. You work out, man? Yeah. Pretty strong. There you go.
A few minutes later, medics arrived and attempted to revive the victim with the overdose-reversing drug Narcan, otherwise known as naloxone, which is an opioid antagonist and medication used to reverse or reduce the effects of opioids. Unfortunately, it proved to be ineffective in the end, as Mr. Paul later died in the hospital. Despite the number of officers pressing on the victim's body while unresponsive, Fairfax County Police Chief Ed Rosler said officials determined the officers involved had used the amount of physical force necessary to restrain Paul, and that there was no indication the restraint contributed to his death. As of the date of this recording, this case has not received any further updates. Moving on, this next incident involved officers using an excessive amount of force to restrain a mentally ill naked man, which resulted in his demise. On August 14, 2020, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the local police department received a 911 call from a family member of a 31-year-old by the name of Kendrell Anton Watkins. They reported that Mr. Watkins was causing property damage at their home in Cherrystone neighborhood, where several adults and children were present. By the time officers arrived on the scene, however, Watkins had left. Thus, they began interrogating his family members to extract more details.
Hey, what's your name? What's your name, bro? Huh?
Oh, I was trying to hang up. I'm sorry.
Okay. Alright, what's going on?
My nephew came here. He on some kind of drug. Go on the back and look how he got tore back.
Is he still here?
I don't know. He out here somewhere.
Okay.
I locked him out.
I got him.
Okay. What happened? What happened?
He tripped out.
Okay. You just started tearing stuff up? As you said, it's your nephew? Okay. Who is he y'all's
I
cousin?
made a mistake with trying to hang up the phone. He's here now.
Is he y'all's cousin or who is he y'all?
My mom, nephew, my cousin.
And I don't want him no more. He done tore up back there.
Okay. Has he been staying here?
No, he just got y'all let him out. Y'all should have kept him in there.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who he is or what's going on. You gotta give me some context, okay? So
Sir.
you gotta kind of explain to me like what all's going on because I don't know who he is or what's going on.
I'm so nervous.
He got out and he on community correction.
Okay.
I
He got out of
guess
prison or got out of
did
jail?
no drugs, and I guess he got a hold of some more drugs.
Okay.
So when we came down here, I was telling him he need to go in the house. He don't have no shoes on. It's a repeat, so y'all might know him.
What was he wearing?
Sweatpants. I don't know they brown or they white, but they some dirt. Cause they got dirt on them.
Sweatpants though? Okay, what else?
And he had a what kind of shirt?
It's like a blue shirt with gray sweatpants on.
Okay.
No
Like
shirt.
dark blue, light blue?
Dark, like
Like a dark blue.
Okay. And y'all know, how long has it been since he been out of the house?
We locked him out, and I was trying to tell him to hurry up so y'all can.
How long ago?
About 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, he was doing, he threw it all.
And y'all didn't see where he went though?
No,
Yeah, he might be back there in the woods. He got a history of being in trees.
Okay. I'll go walk around the house real quick and I'm gonna come talk to y'all about what happened here, okay? Just 1 second, okay? Yes, ma'am.
After searching around for a few minutes and finding no trace of Mr. Watkins, the officer came back to the front of the house and talked with the family members once more.
He back there.
No, ma'am, he's not. That's
I'm
not
probably on my police see all he got tore up.
Alright, so what all happened? So he came here and then what?
I was in the room. I was in the room. He started tripping out, so he went out the back door. Then they told me, Mama, can you help throwing all your food out the door? So I went in there. I said, Kendra, why are you doing that? Stop it.
And he's your nephew, right?
And
He's throwing all kinds of stuff everywhere? Okay. Do you mind if we come in and look?
it's out here on the back.
Okay. On the back porch?
Yeah.
I saw eggs and stuff back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just need my mom. I just need him off the street. He should have a wrist with his parole on.
So nervous.
Yeah, I talked to him.
A whole bag of sugar he got slung it out here. Threw all this out. He tore this open. And he broke my table, look.
That glass table?
Yeah.
Okay.
41.
So was just like food and stuff he was throwing over here?
Yeah, he throw milk and everything. I don't even see the gallon of milk.
He probably throw it all the way over in that field. He probably in them trees.
We couldn't see him directly where we were at. I didn't hear anything, so I don't. If he's here, he's not close. Okay, so.
I said he broke my table.
Yeah. All right. So let's come back over here. Come back outside. Okay. No, I'm sorry. All right, so if you want to have something, we can just talk, okay? All right, so he's your nephew, right?
Right.
Okay. Has he been living here? Because his address in our system has this.
He used to stay here. When he got on drug, I put him out.
Okay.
And he got out. And he came here because he, this where his clothes were. He was trying to get his clothes.
How long has it been since he lived here?
He ain't been here since he was in jail.
How long ago was that? I'm sorry,
He been about a year, ain't it, Kim? How many months Kim have been in jail? But he wasn't
stayed from February to 20-something.
But he wasn't staying
Till
here.
recently?
He was in the street.
Till recently?
He got out.
Y'all kept picking where the others kept picking him up.
Tuesday?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It had been Tuesday.
He on some kind of drug, but Lord have mercy, if I had to sign something, I don't want him back here.
Okay. Alright, give us a few minutes. I gotta go look at a couple things, but I'm gonna come explain everything to you, okay? Just one moment. Attempted murder and some stuff like that. Okay, so basically this dude, he got out of jail a couple days ago. He got high, came in here and started destroying stuff. Like, he threw a bunch of like eggs, sugar, and food on the back porch and broke a glass table on the back porch, and that's basically it. His address in Spillman shows this, but she said he's been in jail off and on from February till recently. And they said that he hasn't been staying here.
Headquarters to an Alpha unit in the area of Jimenix, Tuscaloosa, 305 21st Ave.
Yeah, she said that he does have some clothes here, because they'll come and try and get clothes and stuff. It'd be hard to...
Headquarters to the Alpha unit. One y'all go ahead and respond to a 1091 in Jimenix.
10-4, Alpha 15, I can check that 1091.
Oh, yeah.
10-4-15.
Once he finished reporting the situation to his department, the officer returned to the family and explained to them what would happen next.
Hey, I'm sorry, ma'am. I never got your name. What was your name?
Watkins.
Miss Watkins? Okay. Watkins or Watson?
Watkins.
Okay. Alright, so I was going to kind of explain what has happened, what we can do, and kind of go from there, okay? So, because he is, he's your nephew in Alabama, that doesn't count as domestic violence. It's family, but yeah, they're very stringent when it comes to things like that. It'd be like your children, people who you have guardianship over, but because he's just your nephew, that's not considered domestic violence, okay? He did break your table, so that's criminal mischief, okay? You can prosecute for that. Do you want to prosecute for that?
I don't want to sign something for him to go to jail. I don't want him back here.
Okay. This is, you said he had clothes here still, right?
Yeah, he get his clothes. I called him. My sister was going and told him to come get him.
Alright,
Because he don't no longer live with me. I told him when he got on drugs, he wasn't staying here no more.
I understand. Because he still has some stuff here, we can't force him out if he were to come here, okay? Now, it's frustrating.
I'm not going to open my door.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to let anybody in that you don't want here, okay?
But I just don't want him breaking up stuff like he did around here.
I understand. If he comes back and it's an issue, you can call us, okay? It's been really busy this first couple hours. That's why it took us so long to get over here. I had to go leave a call right away that I was still kind of doing stuff on to come over here and come try and help out, okay? It's just how it is right now. Hopefully it'll slow down some to where we can actually get here a little bit quicker. If he comes back, don't acknowledge him in any kind of way. Call and say, hey, so-and-so is back, okay? We'll try and get here and see what we can do. But because he has some belongings still here, and in our system it shows that the address here is his address.
That's because they be using my address. I understand what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am. We can't just get him to leave. You'd have to go through a process of evicting him. Now, if all his stuff is out of here and he no longer has anything to do with here, then he can be trespassed. If he's trespassed from the property, if he comes back, he'll be sent to jail straight away, okay? But that's going to take a little bit more time, but it's something that we can't do right now, all right?
But where his mom don't come get his clothes?
Are you able to drop him off over at his house, his mom's house, or something like that, or?
I can take him over there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's something else you can do. If you can get all of his stuff here that he doesn't have any reason to come back, then if he comes back, you know, he can be trespassed. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a feeling he gonna come back tonight.
If he does, like when I was telling her, if he does come back, you know, obviously don't let him inside. Don't
be
discreet about what.
Yeah, don't let him know that y'all are gonna call us, but call us so we can try and get
I'm
here.
not gonna let him in.
Good.
That's
Good.
why I said it took. We all could have called him in,
He
but
said he was busy.
Yes, ma'am. It's been like there's no available officer right now. I had to leave an accident that I was working to come over here and do this. Okay, it's just like that right now. Hopefully it slows down.
I work on the east side, and I'm over here.
So it's just how it is at the moment.
Boy, you scared.
But like I was telling her, once all his stuff is out of here, he ain't got no reason to come back, and then he can be trespassed. Because if you have property at somebody's house and you have been staying here, the Alabama recognizes that as being a resident. It's silly. It's silly.
Just leave my mom like this.
So get ready to stop as fast as you can.
I just can't leave my mom.
I don't like that it has to be that way, but there's only so much that we can do until things are in place, you know?
I'm gonna lock the door and if he comes banging on the door, I'm just gonna call y'all.
As far as the table, do you want to prosecute and do a report for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a report for that.
Okay, what I'm going to go do is I'm going to get a camera, I'm going to take some pictures, and I'm going to give you your case number and do that report for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, give me a few moments, all right?
As far as that, the way that would work, you don't have to go anymore.
You said he was wearing a blue shirt and sweatpants?
Dark blue and like he didn't know harbor in and out, but
Does he got mental issues?
I think
Or
he's
he just-
cool. And the only reason I said that because my mama, she's skinny. I stay all the way in Northport, and she stay about herself.
If we're able to, like, if I'm able to, like, see him, get out with him, and I feel that he's...
He's very violent right now.
That's fine. That's fine. What I'm saying is that if I'm able to get out with him, and his behavior, his level of intoxication is enough to worry me or somebody, like a medical, then he can either be sent North Harbor or he can possibly go to jail. So that can maybe alleviate the stress for the night, okay?
Yeah, that's why I was saying his probation officer, parole officer named Austin.
Okay.
Because he dirty.
I didn't see, we don't have anything on ours.
It probably
and
because it was just today.
Okay.
He's
Yeah, probably not. And because he's not right here, I can't run him to get that hit, okay? But we don't have anything like that, because if we have like paperwork or Northport has paperwork for somebody, something like that, we can like we just check our system, it'll show that, and then we run them, and you know it pops, we can do that. But because he's not here, I can't run, you know.
Yeah, that's why I said it's just I'm too scared to leave my mom.
No, I understand. I hate that this is the kind of ways that we have to do it, but the law ties our hands with things that should be done, you know.
Because when we first got down here, he was in the tree, like he was far up in the tree, like you could literally see him.
Like climb the tree?
Yeah, like he had a history of being in the tree lately. And when he heard that my mom told him to stop doing stuff, she finna call the police. Call him, I'm just gonna kill everybody. I'm killing everybody. So that's why I say when he's saying that right there, and like I work at bars.
The state of mind he's in?
I work at bars, so I know how they operate.
Sure.
And like I told mom, just when somebody like that, don't approach them. But
we all here for all that?
Mm-hmm.
Or okay. Alright, I'm gonna go get the pictures real quick, okay? Just hang tight, alright?
Okay.
Finished with taking pictures of the damage done to Miss Watkins' property, the officer wraps things up with the family and drives off.
I'll take the report.
8178, we're unable to make contact until they're advised there is no
Huh? Oh, you got her information?
Yeah, I already got her
You gave her a
information.
case for it?
Yes, I did. I mean, I'm sure she's in there already, but
I told DJ. I was on DJ.
Ollie Watkins.
Alright, Ms. Watkins, I got pictures of actually like that door back there, the little lock mechanism is gone. I don't know where it is, but it's obviously broken, so I'm gonna document that as well. So right now, do you have any other questions for us? Anybody? You got any other questions for us that I can try and help out with for now?
Oh, so if I see him, I'm gonna keep on calling.
Call.
And like I said, try to make it discreet.
They're gonna have a warrant out for him anyway because Judge English had let him out to be on color code. He ain't go. So I know they're gonna have a warrant out.
And he's still around the way. He's somewhere close. Cause they ain't see him when they passed by here. Kendra rid him.
You probably know who is or whatever.
But he was gone, what, 5-10 minutes you said before we got here?
Yeah, if he went in the woods, he walking somewhere up here.
He down about.
That was DJ just went.
Where's the last place he was?
Back there.
He be over there on.
You say he had sweatpants on?
He ain't got no shoes on, no shoes or socks.
He be on 22nd and he be down about behind.
It's like a beige because it got dirt on it.
Piggyweed. I don't know them parts.
Oh, okay. Creekwood?
Yeah.
Okay, he shouldn't be in Creekwood, so thank you for that.
That way he be.
Okay, good,
So I hope
good.
he catch him down.
He ain't supposed to be in Creekwood.
I
He
know.
trespassed.
That's why I'm saying I hope y'all catch him.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go do this report for you. If we can find him, I gotta talk to her. Maybe we'll have enough to either take him to jail for being public intoxication, or he's enough danger to himself he can go back to North Harbor.
He was going crazy. She had to take all the night. He had him lined up in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he had weapons on him too?
No, he put them and he lined them up, but I put all of them in the truck.
Don't get him right now.
I ain't
Okay.
gonna get them out now.
Yes, and just, follow up with that. Like I said, if you want to get the warrant out. Okay? Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, y'all try and have a good night.
All right.
Delta 5-3 headquarters. You can make me primary, change it to a phone on this shit. I'm covering it. What's up, man? Yeah. Would y'all able to see him? Where all he stay at? They said on 22nd Street and then Creekwood.
I know he's be over there, 26th Street, Creekwood. I also know he be at.
We're on 22nd.
Well, yeah, I know what I'm saying. I also know he be at.
I'm talking about we're on 22nd.
I don't know exactly on 26th.
You know, like what block or what street? Or close enough?
Not exactly. Okay.
But you say he hangs out in Hay Court too?
Yeah, also hangs out in Hay Court.
All right, man.
For about an hour, there was no update regarding the whereabouts of Mr. Watkins. However, around 1:30 a.m., a woman reported that a man was walking near Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard half naked. Suspecting this to be a sighting of his mentally ill target, the officer rushed over to the scene and began questioning the witness.
When he got on clothes now, because they just made put on some man.
Keyshawn. To my right here in Hay Court just like 10 minutes ago.
Kendra Watkins.
Yeah.
He's right up here.
He's
You
over there now.
know what Sonic said?
Where at?
Sonic.
Sonic, yeah.
Okay, it's right across the street from Sonic. He ain't got no shirt on, no shoes on. He out there right now. And people walking by, scared. He's scaring people.
Okay.
He right there right now.
Alright, I'll go over there and go check on him.
Okay. Because he out there with no shirt on, no nothing.
You said his name is what now?
Kendra Watkins.
Kendra Watkins. Okay.
Because he needs some help. Because he just down my mom's house. She just did her
over here at Hay Court.
She in Cherrystone, and he made it to Hay Court. Somebody must call him on out there.
Yeah, because we were just, I'm talking about maybe 15 minutes ago, not even 15 minutes ago, we were just out there, and he was running around, yeah.
Okay, because I just seen y'all, because I was trying to find him, because like I said, my mom, she got medical issues.
Right.
But he right there. He right there.
Okay.
If you go this transfer truck, like right here, right there, he's sitting right there, right now.
Okay, I'll go check on him.
Okay.
After confirming the whereabouts of Mr. Watkins, the officer made his way to his location, where he would make his first contact with the troubled individual.
You not Keyshawn Watkins? You sure? He ain't in trouble, or he ain't in trouble either. Just, someone come up to our precinct up here and said you were down here, wanted us to check on you, make sure you're okay. You're not injured or nothing like that? Well, since you're not Keyshawn Watkins, you have ID with you? Well, what is your name, sir?
Keyshawn Watkins.
I just asked you if you're Keyshawn Watkins. You're not hurt? No, like that. They said that you might be hurt or something. No? Alright. Where you live?
Right here on West End, but I need to leave.
I mean, you're fine right now, but, they can't be just hanging out in the parking lot either, you know what I mean? Alright, as long as you're good to go, man. Hey, Keyshawn, hold up real quick. Or Kendrell, I'm sorry. You got charges on him? Huh? If he had charges, I was going to chase him down, but... It's Kendra walking?
Yeah, Kendra walking.
Kendra.
He was wearing a blue shirt.
Alright. My bad, man. I didn't know.
Unbeknownst to the officer, letting Mr. Watkins go would lead to a much more troubling situation. This was because only 2 minutes later, Mr. Watkins completely undressed himself and began running across multiple streets. Naturally, this prompted multiple officers to chase after him. How they did so, though, could have been handled in a much more appropriate manner.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Taser, taser, taser. Taser, taser, taser.
Unable to catch him, the officers deployed their tasers in the hope of immobilizing Mr. Watkins. While some may find that it was reasonable to do so, the officers failed to account for one important thing. According to the ACLU's taser policy, a verbal warning of the intended use of the taser should precede its application, unless it would otherwise endanger the safety of officers or when it is not practicable due to the circumstances. The purpose of the warning is to provide the individual with a reasonable opportunity to voluntarily comply, and to provide other officers and individuals with a warning that a taser may be deployed. If, after a verbal warning, an individual is unwilling to voluntarily comply with an officer's lawful orders and it appears both reasonable and practical under the circumstances, the officer may, but is not required to, display the electrical arc or the laser in a further attempt to gain compliance prior to the application of the taser. The aiming laser should never be intentionally directed into the eyes of another, as it may permanently impair his or her vision. The fact that a verbal or other warning was given or the reasons it was not given shall be documented by the officer deploying the taser. Despite having the chance to do so, the officers failed to warn the victim that he would be tased, thus violating the aforementioned policy.
Roll to your stomach. Roll to your stomach. All right, roll to your stomach. Roll to your stomach. Roll to your stomach. Roll to your stomach. Ow! Stop! Stop! Don't fight me! Don't fight me! Stop fighting me! Stop fighting! Put your hands on your back! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Place your hands on your back!
While detaining the victim, one of the officers began punching him multiple times in the face, despite it being unnecessary. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, officers may use only the force that is objectively reasonable to effectively gain control of an incident, while protecting the safety of the officer and others, in keeping with the standards set forth in the 1989 case law Graham v. Connor, 490 U.S. 386. Officers may use force only when no reasonably effective, safe, and feasible alternative appears to exist, and may use only the level of force that a reasonable officer on the scene would use under the same or similar circumstances. Therefore, by unnecessarily punching the victim in the face and causing permanent injuries, the officer violated this policy. Furthermore, the other officer present did nothing to stop his peer from committing this criminal act. Thus, he was liable for violating his department's duty to intercede policy, which states, officers will be trained in and must recognize and act upon the affirmative duty to intervene, to prevent or stop, as appropriate, any officer from engaging in excessive force or any other use of force that violates the Constitution, other federal laws, or department policies on the reasonable use of force.
Radio's broke.
5-3. I'm happy. 10-4 suspect in custody, 137.
Stay on your stomach, bro. Stay on your stomach. breathe. If you need a minute, let me know.
21 I'm up. 21.
Follow that.
Despite knowing that their mentally ill target took multiple taser shots to his bare skin, received multiple punches to the face, and was lying down unconscious, the officers did nothing to administer aid or call for medical services. This was yet again another violation of their department's policy, which states, officers will be trained in and must recognize and act upon the affirmative duty to request and or render medical aid, as appropriate where needed.
He's out.
Yeah, I'd
No,
say
he's not. He's out. He's out. He's asleep right now.
yes.
I get to.
Fire 1 station forward.
I think I said it.
Did you not say it?
If you want.
I thought he grabbed my taser.
Huh?
When he first grabbed my,
Yeah.
I thought he had my taser.
Oh, but what did you grab your?
I had the mask thing.
Good job.
Oh yeah.
You already got medical around?
Yes.
You want some rubber gloves there?
I'm here.
Everybody got hand sanitizer first.
Got all kinds of stuff you want. You got hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes. Just gloves, sorry. Just turn to the seat.
Oh, great. Now I'm bleeding. Check me.
It's blood on your face, but it don't look like you're scratched like you got from somewhere else.
No, I feel the scratch. I feel the burn.
Yeah, you got a little scratch. I'm sorry.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's breathing.
What happened?
You got a taser. Oh, Mojo? He rode the light.
Yeah.
Oh,
He.
okay.
Yeah, and he Oh yeah, so I deployed a taser, hit him once, one dart missed, hit him with the second one, he fell. Was trying to roll him over, he rolled back up and started punching at him again.
Okay.
And so that time I reholstered and we went hands on.
Okay. Well,
Has anybody got hand sanitizer though?
Yeah, something right here.
here, let me see up here. Thank you, Mr. Prepared.
Welcome.
Alright, well,
He scratched me up pretty good too. Though.
oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, so I could feel some blood.
Oh, okay.
Here, take a peek.
Get me over there. I got his sweat all over me.
Okay, so you got scratched. I see you got a little scratch in your eye. You have any other injuries?
No.
Where's Reinhardt go?
I think he went back to his phone.
Oh, okay.
You good, man? I know he hit you twice. He punched you.
Are you okay? Either English medical activity done or assaulted after being tased. That'll get their attention. Alright. You sure you're okay?
Hey.
Your eyes. Yeah, your lips.
Just help him a little bit. I mean, he's breathing, but just,
Yeah, he is breathing.
just to see it. He's got a little blood coming.
That's not a bad position for him to be in. Is
He's fine right there.
I'm just trying to check. It look. I guess it's just sweat from all. It look like blood down there.
He's got a little
Anything,
bit.
Sarge?
No. Of course, everyone involved. We're gonna have probably
See y'all. I'll let y'all need something. Y'all good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I heard me. Sarge said let's get off instead to get Nick. Right one.
Yeah.
I said he was fine talking.
Where did y'all disconnect the taser probes or something?
Not yet, because I don't know where exactly they
no,
are.
I mean like the gun part of the taser, because I'm not seeing like taser probes going anywhere. Okay, no, they're still connected. All right, good.
I guess I can go ahead.
Well, no need for all the understanding.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure they understood, is that it wasn't just a, oh, he's a little altered. It's like,
You want me to get the little tool?
yeah.
scratching him pretty good.
We don't need medical attention. I think as long as you don't have
Yeah.
Okay, how about like you punch back at us? Yeah. Punch
He started to run, he turned around.
You got blood right here.
Yeah, he got me. He's scratching pretty good. Here's our little tool if you need
Oh,
it.
look at this.
You just hook the thing in there and pop out.
Okay. Keep rolling over. Is that new?
Yeah, these are all new tasers. Yeah. Let me see. This one.
Are they out?
They look fine. You hold this right quick. Yeah.
Is he under? He's being arrested?
Yes. Yeah, I'll get him here in a second.
What's your name, guys? What's his name? You don't know?
DeAndre Watkins.
DeAndre?
I believe it's DeAndre Watkins.
Hey, Mr. Watkins. Can you hear me?
Or Kendrell. One of them. Y'all see any more of the prongs?
It's under one up there. We can
Alright,
get
that's
there in a
fine.
second.
Around 2 minutes later, thanks to the efforts of the medics, Mr. Watkins was able to regain consciousness, albeit only faintly.
Kendrell.
Can we get his arms relocated to the rail?
Yeah. Hold on one second. What you need now?
The arms.
Go to the front?
Yeah, where they can put it to the rail or whatever they need to
So, he's under arrest for punching two of my guys in the face. Not cool, man.
What hospital?
Yeah.
hold on, wait, you shoot that back to the
He's under Mojo. They probably want to go to Northport.
Okay, yeah, Northport's fine.
Is that what y'all thinking? He's taking Mojo?
That's what we're thinking.
There's one.
Okay.
And the other one was below the waist. I'm pretty confident.
Right here.
Make sure you get the back of the ambulance to do that.
Okay.
It's okay. We can do it. We can do it in the reliance. So he's going to Northport?
Sometime later, the medics finally wheeled Mr. Watkins into an ambulance and later transported him to the DCH Regional Medical Center Hospital to be checked for potential physical and mental health complications. While en route, police said that Mr. Watkins allegedly told the medics he had smoked synthetic marijuana. According to the officers, the charges against Mr. Watkins would have been public lewdness and 2 counts of second-degree assault against an officer. In the end, those charges amounted to nothing, because while at the hospital, police said Mr. Watkins became unresponsive and was pronounced dead. As a result, his cause of death went under investigation by the Tuscaloosa Violent Crimes Unit. However, as of the date of this recording, no further information has been made available regarding it. Our final case of the day is regarding a driver being pepper sprayed and wrestled to the ground during a traffic stop after the arresting officer escalated the situation. On April 4th, 2023, in Northampton, Massachusetts, a woman from Holyoke by the name of Marisol Drioche was pulled over by an officer after seeing that she was driving with a broken headlight.
Evening, Officer Lou, Northampton PD. It was to be video not recorded.
What?
Northampton Police Department.
What?
Everything will be video not recorded. I pulled you over and you also failed to stop for me.
Excuse me? I come from the McDonald's.
Yep.
Behind you.
Okay, and?
For bring this. I don't know where I going.
Okay, and?
And what?
Why'd you fail to stop?
Why you feel the stop? Why I don't understand.
Can I see your license registration, please?
No, I want you to tell me why you stopped me.
You have. And
what
stop. You want me?
While Ms. Drioche may have committed a crime, the officer's handling of the situation wasn't professional either. By swearing and talking to her in an agitated state, the officer was increasing the chances of escalating the situation and leading to an unwanted outcome. It's important to note that this goes against the General Court of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts General Law, Part 1, Title 2, Chapter 6E, Section 14, which states, "A law enforcement officer shall not use physical force upon another person unless de-escalation tactics have been attempted and failed or are not feasible based on the totality of the circumstances, and such force is necessary to effect the lawful arrest or detention of a person, prevent the escape from custody of a person, or prevent imminent harm, and the amount of force used is proportionate to the threat of imminent harm." As we'll see later, the officer's current handling of the situation would lead to a physical confrontation, meaning that he had violated this state law.
Oh, where?
This one right here, ma'am. And I was behind you for a good quarter mile and you failed to pull over.
I failed to pull over?
Yes, blue lights on behind you mean pull over.
I don't know if you will stop me.
Okay, but they teach you in driver's ed to pull over for emergency vehicles. So you failed to pull over. License and registration now. I'm not going to ask again.
I am pulled over.
License and registration now. Failing? Can I get another unit, please?
Everyone you want, because I am in McDonald's. I go out to McDonald's. McDonald's is behind.
License and registration now.
Call the police.
I am the police.
No, you know.
Yes, I am. Get out of your vehicle.
No.
Step. King Street by Starbucks. Get out of your vehicle right now.
I want the police.
Out of your vehicle right now.
No.
Get out.
No. No me toques. No me toques. Ah!
Get out of your Give me your let's go! Grab my baton too. Hold on here.
Got your bond. You're getting sprayed. Sprayed.
Why you do that?
Got it?
A few minutes later, another officer arrived at the scene and, without warning, pepper sprayed Miss Drioch. While one may argue that it was necessary, it's important to note that the officer gave no chance for the victim to stop resisting before implementing it. According to the National Institute of Justice, verbal commands before, during, and after the confrontation must also be practiced if the officer expects to actually deploy them under stress. Commands given before the actual use of force are essentially warnings that attempt to coax cooperation from the subject. Once the chemical has been applied and empty hand techniques are being used, commands must be given to direct the now confused and distracted subject. Lie down on the ground and stop resisting arrest. Tell the subject what is required and how to stop the pain of a compliance technique. Instead of this, however, the officer aggressively shouted slurs at the woman and sprayed her without warning, thus violating this national policy.
Spray deployed.
Why you do that? Why you do that?
That's what police officer said. You grab my baton.
You know what? The respect, you have to win the respect. My God! My client! My client is waiting for me! See my eyes! Please, see my eyes! I have this thing here for you! Why you do that? Oh, I am so sorry. I want to talk with him.
After the incident, the officer's actions were investigated by an independent entity and determined that the amount of force the officers used was reasonable considering the circumstances they faced. Consequently, Ms. Drioch sued the officers in a federal civil lawsuit. Unfortunately though, as of the date of this recording, no further information has been made available. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter